Hey guys, Squidzz Gaming here. Welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Today's Advent Calendar Day 15, guys. So I thought today, you know what? Made a video, Q&A, where I said science is my least favourite subject. But guys, now I'm going to reveal to you my top 5 least favourite school subjects and my top 5 favourite school subjects. Let's get right into the worst ones with number 5. And number 5, guys, it has to be PE. Alright, yeah. It's just a subject I don't particularly like because you don't really do the things that you like really like. I like stuff like football and rugby, they're great, but instead I'm doing table tennis, which I'm horrible at table tennis. I end up doing the things I'm not good at, like I have to do like multi-gym, which I hate going to the gym for starters, it's just horrible. So yeah, PE is not the most exciting one either, but I guess it's a break from having to do like lessons and writing, I guess. Yeah, PE is like, it's alright, but it's definitely top 5 my worst. At number 4, guys, it is in fact biology. Yeah, I'm doing each science separately because I have a different opinion on each of them. For example, biology is alright, but it's alright. I mean, it's the easiest to understand, and I got the best score in my science test because, I mean, I don't like biology, but it's easiest to understand and it kind of makes sense at times. It's a lot easier than in any of the other subjects. Under number 3, guys, is in fact chemistry. I hate chemistry because it doesn't make sense. Got all these formulas and the periodic table and stuff. It doesn't make sense. Like all the chemical formulas you've got to know. You've got to know every formula and every equation. You're not going to remember these formulas and these equations, are you? Yeah, you've got to remember 8 total equations. How are you going to remember 8 of them? I can't remember one of them. Like, yo, there's no way I'm going to, like, even pass science. Like, Jesus Christ, I just realized I'm not going to pass science. Now, chemistry is like, chemistry in the middle. Like, it's not that great, but it's not horrific as much as like the other subjects are. But it can do some improvements. Like, seriously, you have to learn so much advanced knowledge, especially in science. Just get rid of it all. Learn like the basics. If people want to learn it, you know, further in life, just teach the stuff you need to know to get an A. And if people want to go do it in later life, teach them the harder stuff, because other people actually want to go do that. But guys, at number 2, it is in fact RE. I genuinely hate RE because they make something about Christianity. I hate Christianity. I hate every religion because it doesn't make sense. Religion is just full of made up stories, and genuinely I don't believe in any of that stuff. So I just find it stupid the fact you have to learn RE. When if you're not religious, what's the point in learning about RE? Okay, you get to learn about other religions, how to treat other religions with respect and everything. But genuinely, when you ever come into contact with someone of a different religion and discuss their religion, right? Okay, I don't really like RE because I don't see the point in learning it further than what you would have to learn it. Maybe learn it in like the first 2 years of secondary school, because those years where you learn everything, which I think is a bit too much. For that, how much stuff you got to learn in your first 2 years as well. That's quite a lot to learn. But no, RE just doesn't serve a purpose for me. Like, honestly, I'm not religious at all. I hate religion because it's made up stories and everything, so I don't particularly see the point in learning about it. Guys, move on to number 1, and number 1 has to be physics. Oh my god, it doesn't make sense. Like, I get so bored in physics. I do like hardly any work because it doesn't make sense. I don't understand it because it isn't easy. Like, physics is one of the hardest subjects I've ever had to learn. It's so difficult because the amount of stuff you've got to learn, the amount of stuff you've got to know is incredible. Once again, I said, you've got to learn 8 formulas. I don't remember one of them. Formulas like how to calculate energy, how to calculate force, and all that stuff. I don't care about this stuff. This stuff doesn't mean anything to me. Alright? Physics, okay, yeah, okay, some people it's important. But for the most part, it's really difficult. You don't understand it. In fact, the amount of knowledge you've got to know, I just can't remember it all. Like, no matter how many times I look over something, I will not remember it, and that is really not the best. But, you know, especially considering I got the worst report ever in science as well, because I don't try, and that's true. I don't try in physics. In fact, I don't try in science at all. Really don't try in science because I don't see the point in trying. Because, you know, you can't be good at every single subject. Obviously, science is another one I am not the best at. So guys, now I'm going to move on to my top 5 favourite school subjects. At number 5, guys, is in fact computer science. This one's quite alright because some of it's good to understand, some of it's quite easy, but some of it's really difficult. Like, there's a lot of knowledge you've got to know in computer science as well. But it's quite fun. I just don't get programming and everything like that. Python quite difficult. HTML is really easy, but Python that's really difficult. Like, Python genuinely quite difficult. It's quite a nice subject, especially as the world's progressing. It's good to learn about like especially stuff like cybersecurity, networks, and like PC architecture. This stuff is quite interesting to know as well, in my opinion. I've done alright in computer science this year. I think I did quite alright with getting to get like a 5. I think something around a 5, which is like a C grade. I think it's pretty good. If I can pass computer science with like a C, I'll be quite happy actually. At number 4, guys, is in fact maths. I've recently kind of enjoyed maths because it's really easy, especially because I'm like one of the best in my class, of course, because it's quite easy, especially stuff like algebra. No, the easiest ones are number and statistics. I mean, algebra can be quite easy at times, but geometry is the worst one ever, because basically if you're good at like drawing shapes and this stuff like that, like shape and measure, like if you're good at that stuff, then you'll be very good at geometry. But I'm not the best at geometry. That's kind of what I'm doing as best I could do in maths. But no, maths is quite a good subject. It's quite fun actually to learn about as well. Also, the fact you get to learn about real life problems as well, which you could encounter. But no, it's good on the whole. It's quite a good subject in my opinion, maths. You know, because you get to learn like a lot of this stuff. But again, I'm going to point this out. Subjects like maths and English, I think they're taught way too far. I think you need to learn like the basics of each one of them. Once again, if you want to study it further, go learn about it. Again, in my opinion, I think you should choose subjects. I don't think any subject should be mandatory. I think you should pick any subject. Like if you don't do maths or English, you shouldn't have to do maths and English. That's my opinion. But we're going to move on to number 3 now. And number 3, guys, is in fact French. I quite like French because it's nice to learn a language, because especially when you're going to get a job, learning a language is quite important, because if, like, say there's 2 people going to get a job, the first person got himself a C in French, the other person got himself a D or an E in French, they're going to pick the person who got a C in French over the person who didn't do that very well in French, because it's better to learn a language than not to learn one at all. And I prefer French because it's quite a nice language to learn. It's not too difficult. I guess kind of remembering every word and everything's quite difficult, but it's kind of really easy to remember all that stuff. It's quite easy to learn, especially when you get a choice of like French and Spanish. Definitely choose French. It's so much easier to learn than Spanish. Despite the fact that Spanish is more commonly spoken than French, but I just prefer French because it's a lot easier to learn and a lot easier to revise from. Number 2, guys, it is geography, because I really do like geography, especially if you get to learn about all this really nice stuff. Like you get to learn about like population graphs, like how the world's gonna look. Basically, you get to study places. You get to study like cities and places in developing countries. Like you get to study Brazil. You get to study places in England, like Hull, which is I really like Hull, by the way. It's really interesting to study like how it's become such a great city today. And I also get to go on field trips in geography. Originally, the only reason I took geography was to go on field trips, but now I've kind of learned about it, and it's actually quite interesting. And people are like, oh yeah, it's about rocks and like the landscape and everything. No, it's kind of more about like human geography, physical geography, kind of different things. I guess learn about the environment and everything, how places have developed over time, and it's really quite interesting to learn. Especially it's a very good GCSE, because it's quite good to learn about all this stuff, because you can kind of see what's going on in the world around you. It's really important to know this stuff as well, in my opinion. But guys, number 1, it's my favourite school subject and probably the most important school subject, history, because basically if you learn about the past, you can prevent bad things happening in the future. Like say if you spot the qualities of someone as a dictator, like in the past people like Stalin and Hitler, you can prevent people as getting into power if you're educated about the history of these people. Also, because it's really easy to learn the knowledge of it. Like it's genuinely very easy to learn the knowledge of history because it's so fun. I guess I just really do enjoy history. It's quite a nice, fun subject in my opinion. Also, because it's very easy to remember, and I've always been good at history because it's just so it's quite interesting to learn about stuff as well, because you learn what's happened in the past and basically how to prevent bad things happening in the future, how to prevent dictators getting into power, how to prevent world wars. All that stuff is quite interesting to know, and I really love learning about history and everything. But guys, I know a lot of you disagree with me, but hey, that's your opinion. You're entitled to an opinion. Hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Hope you guys have a nice day, and I will see you later. As always, goodbye.